I'm sitting in the bottom of my garden today with the fairies. It's often where I come, sit on some logs that I've got to get some inspiration. Because we're nearly halfway through January and there's a little resistance to jump into the old way of doing things. I really feel that since the alignment on the 21st of the 12th last year, something has really shifted for many people on the planet, and they're looking at starting the year, but something doesn't feel right about doing the old things. It's like there's a new alignment that has to happen. There's something that needs to shift within you about how you're seeing the world and how you're responding to the energy of the world. And for many people that I was speaking with during the weekend, the energies were really interesting. I think for me also, I was very much had a headache, and I found it really hard not to fall asleep, and I'm thinking, how can this be? I've had enough sleep, but during the night. But then we fast forward to today, which is Wednesday here in Australia, and I am feeling this absolute stillness within. My heart is very expanded. I'm not plugging into the outside world noise at all, and let me say, it's very noisy out there. There's enough people out there plugging in and helping to create it in their consciousness, stepping into the fear. So I was responding also for looking for a word that I bring to my consciousness at the start of each year. And so this year, when I asked my soul, so what word am I going to work with this year? Because last year was about impact, and gosh, there was certainly a lot of impact. So what was the word this year? And I got the word peace. And immediately my left brain said, oh God, it can't be peace. Surely not. That sounds like some new age hippie person that, just wants to go, peace man, everything's all right. But I absolutely had a deeper connection with that. Certainly there was a lot of going on in my consciousness, a lot of inner work that was happening, and I had a beautiful kinesiology session a couple of days ago, and twice the word peace came up from my body, from my soul, was wanting to express that. And peace can only happen in the outer world when firstly you embody it. And when you embody it in a whole lot of different ways, in your thinking, in your speech, within your physical body, then you can't expect to bring that into you or see it in the outside world. If you're in distraction and you're in war, raging at the outer world, then you can't expect to be seeing the world peacefully. When you're out of the actions of the world, when you're the observer of it, you can see it's like kids playing in a sandpit and somebody's really not happy because they've grabbed the bucket and spade and they're standing over everyone else in the sandpit and saying, if you don't do what I tell you, then I'm going to hit you over the head. And to a child, they're quite fearful of that. But when you see and observe what's happening in the outer world as something that needed to happen for humanity, something to awaken everybody, the dark aspects of our consciousness, because our consciousness created in the world is form, and so there's a lot of form, a lot of energy, a lot of anger that's happening out of that. So just for today, where are your thoughts? Coming down into the garden, having a little chat with this beautiful flower next to me. Getting some inspiration in nature is always really beneficial, and it's the place that your soul likes to communicate to you. So I've had a wonderful conversation today, and I'm just wondering how you're going to step into 2021. Where is your thoughts? What do you want to happen? Because the doing only comes from the inspiration from within. So don't get into the action without having that daily inspiration, that daily message from your higher self, soul, whatever you want to call it. So just for today, think about, how do you want 2021 to be for you? Forget what's going on out there. How do you want it to unfold for you? I'll leave you with that.